Good evening, YouTube. This is Jezebel Never Died, aka Delilah Speaks. Just wanted to do a little off-the-cuff impromptu video tonight. This won't be on the regular channel. This will just be here on my personal channel, for those of you lucky to find it. Just got done watching SummerSlam. Have to say I'm equal parts thrilled and disappointed. For those who don't know, I do have the WWE Network. And as we all know by now, it's only $9.99. Sorry, I had to. Dean Ambrose can sell his soul, then I guess I can too. But it started off really great tonight. The match between RVD and Cesaro wasn't boring, it wasn't too fast. I'm really glad to see RVD back. Great wrestler, we missed him a lot. I just wish Cesaro would have put more effort into it. Cesaro is a great wrestler. But right now he seems to be coasting on the whole heel turn, and he was a Heyman guy, and all that great stuff. But Cesaro's better than that. He's a really great wrestler, and I want to see him act like it. So that's the only real complaint I have with that. The Lumberjack match killed me. That is the best Lumberjack match I think I have ever seen. It was hilarious. And of course, Damien Sandow had to reprise his costume crazy person shtick and show up as an actual lumberjack. I just wish we could have gotten a better view of that for the cameras. But no, it was fun. Especially because Dean Ambrose was trying to fight the Lumberjacks more than he was trying to fight Seth. And that's the only Lumberjack match I've ever seen that actually ended up in the crowd. And come on, how many of us cheered when Corporate Kane butted in, and then suddenly everybody was whooping his ass for a change? We had ass kickings on clearance tonight, and it was wonderful. I have not laughed that hard during a pay-per-view in a while. Moving on, the Rusev versus Jack Swagger flag match. Now, this was not a bad match. Swagger and Rusev are both very powerful guys. They came in that ring to hurt each other. No mistakes about that. Rusev is a very brutal fighter. For those who don't know, he's a Bulgarian, and he actually was educated in a sporting school, which means this is his life. His athleticism, his competition, is what he lives for. And he really showed that tonight. Now granted, I don't think the ref should have ended the match, but at the same time, if Swagger really was unconscious, then obviously there's nothing we can do about that. And the Zeb Coulter kick in the face thing was kind of a cheap shot, but it's the WWE. We were not expecting extended pinkies and tea parties. We remember how badly that went with Sheamus. But moving on. The match was not overall disappointing. It was good to see everyone get their anger out. And I look forward to seeing what more Rusev can do. As much as I hate interruptions, I was kind of praying Big E would come down and do another interruption on Rusev. But we can't have everything. Divas title match, AJ Lee and Paige. Not really surprised that Paige won again. People like AJ, but they were getting tired of her as the champion. And especially with reports already coming out before the pay-per-view was even over that she and CM Punk are planning to start having kids, it was a good time for her to drop it. Paige has a lot of potential. They've been wanting to bring Charlotte up from NXT. So, I don't think this could have went any better. The frenemies thing is still kind of creepy, though. Just saying. Let's see, moving on. The Orton versus Roman Reigns match. Wonderful. Wonderful fight. That's what I want to see. I want to see more of that. For those who don't know, I am a huge Roman Reigns fangirl. I know, you could tell. But seriously, he is a wonderful fighter. And Orton is too. I may not like Orton's persona. I mean, he's a heel. He's a complete dick. That's what a heel is. And if anybody ever wore that mask well, it was Randy. Although I have to say that what the hell face he pulled mid-match was hilarious. He has the best WTF face in the whole business, and I actually tweeted him and told him that. But no, it was a good physical fight. That's what I wanted to see. The Stephanie McMahon and Brie Bella thing. I call it a thing because that wasn't a match. They were just running with the typical bitchy diva backstab. We had it with Cameron and Naomi, where now they were like besties and they hate each other. Got the Paige and AJ creepy frenemies thing. And we had to bring out the Brie and Nikki fight now. Which to me is just silly. Everybody was perfectly happy watching Brie and Stephanie slap the crap out of each other. Come on, that's really what people watch the Divas matches for. This Nikki betrayal was just a cheap sell. It was kind of boring. It doesn't really enthrall me to pay any more attention to the Divas than I already do. And I do wish they'd get some more development. I would like the Divas to be the way they used to be. Heck, I'd like it to be the way it is now over in the soon-to-be-deceased TNA, with wrestlers like Gail Kim and ODB really just tearing down. But, I don't know, like I said, that was just boring. Very boring. And it was kind of funny seeing Stephanie try to be a dominatrix. That just made me laugh very, very hard. Memories. Anyway, moving on. Let's get to the main event, or as I call it, the biggest disappointment since WrestleMania. We all knew Brock Lesnar was going to win. Unless you are so wrapped up in kayfabe that you don't understand basic business practice, Lesnar was going to win. We love Cena, or you could be in the Cena sucks half of the crowd. Either way. We knew Lesnar was going to win. But I expected to see a fight. I wanted to see, the champ do what he does. The champ is here. Where was the champ tonight? What I saw was Lesnar being his usual, roided out, completely worthless MMA self, trying to turn the wrestling ring into the octagon, slamming John Cena around like a rag doll. And even if I hated Cena, even if I thought he was just another overdone, squeaky clean perpetual hero, I would have at least liked to see his ass get kicked with some style. 16 German suplexes that he couldn't even execute correctly because he can't bend back far enough. Give me a break. But the fight was just pathetic. I hope to God John Cena is okay, because I did call the medics in at the end. Hopefully he's fine. I'm honestly starting to get a little worried about Lesnar's health. He is gathering blood in his face and his neck way too quick. For those who don't know, I am a former Army medic and I have some training in sports medicine. And Lesnar looks terrible. I really do worry about his health. I may not like him as a character, as a person, as a fighter, but I do worry. And he looked very close to getting very sick tonight. I hope nothing bad happens to either of them. And I did not forget the Bray Wyatt and Jericho fight. I saved that toward the last because Bray Wyatt is fast becoming my second favorite WWE superstar. Ever since his development, I have really enjoyed watching the storylines he works. Rowan and Harper are pretty cool too, but Bray is very easily able to stand on his own. And tonight, Bray proved a theory that I've had. I see, and I'm going to do a separate video about this too, I see the WWE filling in all of our old icons with new ones. Bray is our new dead man. That's not to say he's doing The Undertaker's same shtick. That's not to say he's going to replace The Undertaker. But in the stereotypical cast of characters that we need for wrestling, we needed a new dead man. We needed somebody new who was going to scare the hell out of us. And that's Bray Wyatt. Clinched it for me tonight when he looked Chris Jericho in the face and said, "You can't kill me, Chris, because I'm already dead." Some of you may hearken back to The Undertaker saying the very same words some years ago. So that was a really happy moment for me. I never was a Chris Jericho fan. I don't doubt his greatness. Obviously, the man's got the chops to prove it. But I was never a Jericho fan, so hats off to Bray Wyatt. Anyway, I think that about sums up my feelings. If I didn't speak on it, it's because I didn't find it important enough to speak on. Like I said, this is going to be on the Jezebel Never Died channel, not on Delilah Speaks. I'm going to leave the comment section open. You know the usual rules. Don't be a troll. Don't flame, because I'll delete it. I really don't care. If you're a Brock Lesnar fanboy, go somewhere else. Seriously, you don't have to like it, but go to your own page and immortalize him, because I never will. But moving on. Otherwise, I'm glad for your views. Glad to share my love with every other WWE fan. This is Jezebel Never Died, aka Delilah Speaks. Night, dolls.